What's going on, Queen? Appreciate y'all patience. Nadia, what's going on? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Y'all in the back of the studio. Either way, I'm still live in the group on the page. I can't see y'all or hear y'all. I can't see or hear y'all. So make sure y'all check y'all sound. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. All right, so Gracie can hear Nadia. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, my voice is a little out. Just a little. Oh.
When we know you're about to start your intro so I can record.
Like the part that I did this morning. Okay. All right. I'm about to. Let me give a few more people a few. Look, nobody's look. I can't hear y'all or nothing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Look, I don't know what she said yes, ma'am, but sometimes it might be dropping out. So I'ma just say a little bit of what we shared this morning. Again, for those that don't know me, I am Tiffany Empire Impact Ignite. That's what I'm about. I appreciate y'all pretty much chiming in, investing in yourself to take this braiding class. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. A lot of people are in financial crisis, and they may not be financially literate, which is why I created this Braid Like a Boss class, this course, which is a few of several courses that I have, such as I also have the social media course, I got a credit course, but these courses will give you the privilege, because you took this course, you will get the privilege of receiving one of these courses by mail, or maybe email, if whichever one is best, to assist you in your future endeavors. I want to welcome everyone to this evening class. I did find it robbery to run it 2 times. You all picked the date and as well as the time. So I do apologize again about the delay, but I am glad to be here. So now that that's out the way, I would like to welcome you to this boss experience and thank you for registering, which lets me know that you're serious and do not mind investing in yourself or your child, because it is some children that have been taking this class. Also, with that being said, I'm definitely going to, give honor where honor is due. One of the biggest, baddest, bestest braiders is in the session. She's on live right now, which is Gracie Denise. She got the Be Brave Academy in Columbia, South Carolina. For those that may be afraid to step out and do what it is that they need to do, like just for me, just to be able to respect another woman in their rightful place. And just even, we had some conversations on the back end, because when somebody got that level of skill, most people won't let them in. So just know that this is bigger than a braid class. So when I do and talk about braids, I'm always going to talk about business, empowerment, and just from a respectful place, because I remember it was times when I wanted to get in classes and I wanted to get in sessions, and they did not let me in those classes. And I knew I needed something in those classes, even in moments when you don't know how to put into words what you really need or what you're looking for. You're just trying to get in a good place so you can really grow. So with that being said, by me having an opportunity to have her in this class, if you do have a child that's in Columbia, South Carolina or whatever, I definitely want to make sure that you connect with Be Brave Academy. And in doing that, because a lot of you was like, is this going to be in person? Is it going to be online? Listen, it's a pandemic. This is COVID. Welcome, Regina. I appreciate you registering for this class. And technically, a lot of people not doing stuff in person. So for me to be brave enough to say, hey, this online, either we rocking or we ain't. And for those that registered, because I had a certain amount that I wanted, but I didn't want to delay those that was ready to take action. Y'all did not have a problem with doing and following the instructions that I gave. For those that had a few questions, but they was ready, excited, and lit, we went on ahead and rocked out. So that shows a level of confidence that I at this point possess that y'all need to have as well. When God give you something, when you rocking and rolling with something and you own in your lane, then you got to be able to do it with confidence. Even if what you need to do is build your clientele, you need to be able to build your clientele with confidence. Hey, Jamaica, sorry about the delay. Thank you so much, Queen. And I put the link everywhere. So we got the behind the scenes studio, and I went live in the group as well. So it'll be available. But when you behind the scenes in the studio, if you have anything to say, please say whatever. I'm kind of gonna pick up where we left off this morning. It would be foolish of me to go through the same thing that is recorded on the page. So yeah, definitely know confidence is very important. Wherever you find yourself in your career, confidence is going to be the key factor, because if you're not confident as a stylist, if you're not confident as a business owner, if you're not confident as a woman, wherever you are, if you're not even confident with self-esteem as a child, it will throw you off and have you susceptible to certain vulnerable moments, whether those moments come through your clients or people that you're trying to do business with, or just in relationships. Just things will happen. So I want to make sure that I say that to this evening class, because on the business side, it's important to know who you are. Now on the technique, let me know if y'all could type in the chat, what is it that you're looking to learn tonight? We pretty much covered the basics, but I was going to get ready to go into the knotless feed in part of this section right here. This section right here is where we left off, which will allow me to pick back up with where we left off. What we went over this morning was a basic scalp cornrow braid. Then we did it with the extension, and I did the color so you could tell the difference. Then we went in with the single braids, just a regular single braid, because if you don't know how to make sure you got a proper single braid, then you're not going to know how to do the proper box braid or knotless braid. Good. You too. Thank you. Drive safe. Nice meeting you. Okay. So again, we're about to just jump right on in. What I will say, I left my braiding rack. So I got this, y'all, I got this other rack. But a braiding rack is very important. Especially when you're going into like feed-ins, just setting up and prepping for your client is very important. So that helps you kind of section things out, and it helps with the time. It helps with your speed, so you're not just there, sectioning out that hair when it can already be prepped. That's your prep work. So let me know, if y'all there, let me know in the chat what it is you want me to focus on. Other than that, I'm going to pick up where we left off from this morning. Let me get a comb. Where's that comb from? Sorry about that. Y'all got me looking at a black screen. How y'all doing that? What's up? All right. So what's going on? How y'all doing? Y'all muted. Look, I'm a little lefty. Let me get in this. Okay, hold on. Let me get up in y'all business. And I'm left-handed. Let me see how I need to do this, chat. Okay. Work with me. All right. Let me see. chat. Is that ready, y'all? Can y'all see? Can you see? Can you see when I get ready to do this braid? Because I'm right here in front of the. Jamaica, you out there? I can't remember who was talking about the feed-ins earlier, like an actual feed-in braid itself. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. So y'all want to type in the chat? You want to type in the chat what you focus on, Regina? So I could just make sure that was that you. So either way, it's still 3 sections. If y'all watched the video, caught the video from earlier. So I'm going in overhand method. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do 1 in black. Okay, so that's where it goes to the. Let me demonstrate this right here. Which this will be the hair that you're dealing with out of the pack. Okay, and then you just split that hair. I go for fill. I tell my students just to think about fractions, breaking it down. So that was a half. So you feel it. Get comfortable with feeling your hair so you can feel it, and then all you're doing is continue to bust it down into smaller pieces. So it's gonna be like their eighths. When I began doing these classes, I finally found an appreciation for the fractions that we learned, in school. So these 2 sections, they could be broken down to about 4 a piece, depending on, kind of how you want to start. Let me show you. I'm gonna show on both sides. So everything I tell my students, just go off of feel. If it feel like it's half, then cool. If you don't feel like it's half and it need to be shifted over, then do what you feel, because you need to know what it feel like. And each brand of hair got a different texture. I prefer queen bee hair. Some people don't. Also, I think this is easy braid. So each brand got their own like feel. And I'm gonna demonstrate knotless braid. I'm gonna do the sectioning again. So this was the other half that I said I can break into 4s, and each 4 turn into 8s. So and then I'm gonna just split this into. Depending on the size I was going for, it could have been split into 3, but I'm doing 2s, halves, which is halves. All right. So, of course, her hair is brown. The model's hair is brown, so you can see the hair. When you do a proper braid, it don't matter what color it is. It's going to be undetectable that additional extended hair. So I'm intentionally using, different colors. Get your 3 strands. Create that initial starter point on the braid. And then I always insert. I wish I would have had it set up from the other side. I always insert. I insert from the right. I insert from the right. So I anchor my hair when I insert. Which is good for length. Like when the A lot of people, they like their braids real long, so you don't want to go in with the hair half when you already going to need the braid to be extended, which means you don't always have to buy the like 60-inch hair. You can do what you need to do with 40 or 50 as well if you already got different techniques, skilled techniques to extend those braids out, because I think the longer the inches is not as much hair in the pack. Now I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes it's like when the inches go longer, even like with them bundles, it don't be as much hair. So I'm taking the left strand under that middle strand, the right strand under the middle strand, and then I'm adding in after one. I always add in my anchored part, it goes into the middle, and the longer part goes on the outer strand, which is this right strand. And I'm using an overhanded technique. Now I'm flipping my hand under. That was two strands that I added in. I'm gonna do a third strand. I meant, for the sake of, excuse me. I'm still anchoring my braid. I meant my hair. You can add it over or under. But and since I got nails, like my right strand is on top of my nail, so everything is separated. Even though it's in my hand, it's still separated between my pointer and my middle finger. So I insert that piece in. My anchor piece is still in that middle strand, and the right strand has that outer piece. And I'm gonna continue on going on about my business. And 3 strands is enough for me, because you don't want that braid to be too heavy. You don't want that braid to be too heavy. Hey, who's here on the live? Let me know who's out there, and let me know what you came to do tonight. I'm demonstrating this knotless braid. Is this? Let me know if I need to bring it. Can y'all see? You gaining, okay. Regina said just gaining more techniques and hand placements. Okay. Do you got a model? Do y'all have a model, a live model or a mannequin with y'all tonight? I'm sorry if it look like my hand is in the way. Which side better? Is this side better for y'all? I know what I'm about to do. Just gaining more. So let me. This is the braid. And I intentionally did black hair. This is the braid. You want to make sure that your base makes sense for the size of the braid, or you're gonna allow too much tension from the weave to pop off the follicles of that person's head, because everybody scalp and the density of their hair cannot handle the tension of certain braid styles. So as the braider, you need to make sure that you're properly putting the right style in. I had a young lady request knotless braids, but her hair was so damaged she couldn't get no knotless braids. She had to get regular box braids. Had to. So that's the knotless technique. I'm gonna do another one in the blonde hair. Just so y'all can see, these braids should be seamless. They shouldn't have no buckles and all of that going on. Because I know some people it's like they're trying to get that finished look, better. That finished look, that's how you gonna make the money. If the finished look don't look good, ain't nobody trying to pay you for a whole bunch of buckle braids. No, that's not gonna work. And there's no need to set yourself up to be doing people hair for $50 when you could just, invest in yourself and get better, with the braid. Because if the braids look better, the people gonna pay. You'll be in demand like Gracie. So all I did was split the hair. I got 4 strands. And you will have some people that like color hair. Everybody don't want their hair tucked. Which that's a more of an advanced training too. So, but if y'all get these concepts, then when you learn that, then you ready. I will tell you about that tuck. You can't overthink that thing because it'll throw you off. A lot of stuff you just can't overthink it. Just gotta just do it. Okay. All right. I normally grab from the right, but of course the hair is on the left, so don't mind me scratching. I'm sectioning it off into 3 strands. And then I'm inserting. Securing that base. That's what I'm doing. Securing that base, setting the foundation. It's sturdy, and I'm ready to insert this blonde hair. And when you insert hair, it should be seamless. This is still a feed-in technique, which is how. And this feed-in technique can be done even on, little kids that don't got no hang time and stuff like that. And anytime you add extensions, that's an upsell. So, of course, I'm anchoring the hair. You see my 3 strands, my middle strand right here, my left strand, this right strand, it don't have any hair in it. So that is why I'm anchoring this hair, the little piece going in the middle, because it already got hair. And the longer piece going to go on the outside so it can get inserted. Like I said, it should be seamless. Hold on. And if you don't like what's going on, take it out, start over. It's no big deal. And I ain't like that. So, same thing. The base got to be secure. Don't ever rush down your braid. That's what I tell all my students. Do not rush down that braid. Right piece. Still need that piece. Same thing. I'm anchoring and putting it right in the middle strand, connecting it to the outer right strand. And then that's enough. I just did 3 pieces. You don't want your braids to be just growing, because again, that weight of that braid will pop the follicles of that client's hair. Sometimes they might request the size that it feel like that braid is getting thinner than what I want. So I'm gonna go back up 1 and add. I was gonna keep going. but I decided to go up one and add because it didn't feel like it was gonna flow. Even though I wanted to do 3 strands, it didn't feel right, so I just added what I felt like I needed for that particular braid. And that's why feeling is important. Because if it don't feel like it's doing what you want, then you need to know how to measure to add that extra piece in that you want so it can flow down, even though it's going, narrow back out at the bottom. You want it to narrow out when you ready for it to narrow out, not when it want to do. So. I have to put that other phone on the charger. I braid underhanded naturally, so me doing overhanded, that was something that I had to learn that concept throughout the years. But naturally, I would braid underhanded. Overhanded give you more of a tighter, and that braid be kind of more lifted. But under, sometimes that braid can be a flatter type braid, which is good in certain instances, and then it's not good in certain instances. So I encourage you, if you braid one particular way, then be open to learning, another way, because it gives different looks too to achieve certain styles. And underhanded work with gravity, because some people just braid overhanded all the way until they get off the scalp of people's head, and then they go under. But some people can't braid under, so they braiding over all the way down, which could be tough on your wrists. And you got to be mindful of that as a braider. So I did those. Is anybody on here interested in let me see. What faux locks? What are the I can do the feed in, the actual feed and braid itself technique, but I can do that like on another section. So is it maybe a faux lock technique? Would you like me to demonstrate that, Jamaica or Regina? Just let me know. Are you plaiting the root? Oh, are you plaiting the root 1 or 2 times? I did it once. Once, one plait, Gracie. Like it was just like I made that first, because I don't count that as one. I don't count it as one until I go there. And then I just move my hand out the way so I can insert it. So maybe once, I guess it kind of, and this section bigger than the other one. Cause see, sometimes like if I do that ain't really a plait yet. So would that been 3 or would that been 2? You can see me? You can see me, Gracie? With what I did? Because I'm just going in sectioning. I wonder, is that 2 or would it be 3? Because I never add in until this hand is out of the way so I can put it in on the right side. So I go in, section my hair. Unless that's counted as 1. If that's not counted as 1, what I just did, and if this is counted as 1, then it probably is on the 2. Because now I feel like my base is secure. Okay, yeah. So it's 2. Yep, it's 2. Appreciate that.
Doing
Because that
two
first
full
one,
plaits.
huh?
I said try doing it with 2 full plaits. Then add the hair.
Was that 2 full ones or was that 1 full?
I couldn't tell. Start over. Let me see.
Hold
I said,
on. One,
all right, that's one. And then
two.
do a
Is that the other one?
no, do it again.
Oh,
Braid
okay.
it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it'll be real tight.
Correct.
Like
Because it
that.
is tighter. Yeah,
All
it was
right.
tighter.
Okay.
But I can still go in on the one plat and I'm feeding it in if I want to instead of every two.
Huh?
I said, even though I did the two to start it, I can still insert it. We can still insert it in on the one after one plat. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all better know what you put down now.
You like that?
I'm about to add in this one more piece so I can show it. Yeah, I like that too. And then see, this section got more hair, and her hair is like dense. It was full, and it was able to support what I added in. I mean, this section bigger than this section too. So yeah, I liked that. But it felt like I did it 4 times. Like it didn't feel like two. It felt like I went four. But I felt the tightness. I felt the strength of the base, and I liked that feel. So that was a great insert. Appreciate it. Do you already do these, Regina? You do knotless braids? Okay. So I'm gonna try that way again too. Yeah, I like that. Okay, be bright in the house, honey.
Teamwork make the dream work, ain't it?
Oh, and does so with this right here. I know somebody was talking about flyaways and different things like that. I'm not even using any product, but you could use the Shining Jam versus the edge control. Now, what I will say, a lot of people doing the edge control, um, especially to make sure that the parting and everything you can do edge control or Shining Gel. Which the client that I was talking about earlier, um, she had severely damaged hair, but she was overusing edge control. So and then her scalp was dry. So I decided not to use edge control for her party. I used the jam because the jam acts as a conditioner. I didn't want a grease or a scalp conditioner or anything like that. I still wanted to have control, but I needed her scalp to be nourished. I needed something that was not going to be so alcohol based that she would not experience the relief in her scalp that she needed. So you need to know what to use and when to use it. And a lot of times, if we overuse a product, like some people, if you're doing too much edge control, which some people go in and reinforce the braid with edge control to make a smooth finish, just take the jam because it's gonna give that braid that's trying to get in the African shop, but they got jam. They jamming, baby, green jam or the yellow top. So that's just the tip for those that are dealing with those flyaways and stuff. Because I remember when I used to braid little, as a little girl, I didn't like products. When I braided, I couldn't really braid with no product. I had to get my braid in and then apply whatever I wanted to, apply to the client's hair afterwards, which I'll tell you this. I know the secret out and everybody using it now. But that Nairobi foam, even that foam, it gives a relief, to the clients, whether the braids are whatever. Because some people just be real sensitive in their scalp. So them, just knowing what to apply to your braid, what's done right there, it adds shine, it adds luxury, it gives you opportunity to set those braids in. And I'm sharing it because now we're talking about the completing of the no, I don't. I'm still learning everything. I literally just learned to French braid 3 weeks ago. Oh, now let me tell you, the French braids popping. Keep practicing that, and then if you learn how to do it with extensions, that's popping because everybody not doing those particular braids. Let me see. What's on there? I don't want to see my phone. Yeah, I don't see my phone. I'm coming, y'all. I wanted to show just a couple. I know everybody using this. I didn't grow up using this right here. The lace fronts got this out, but this is not the best thing to use when you're doing, braids. You grew up in a pumped up area, but I believe that. Not that I'm just focused on product based, but if I had to buy some out the store just to kind of hit my clients with a nice finish, this works good. It's not too harsh. This is harsh on the hair. You cannot overdo it. So, and this thing, y'all know what this is when you see it. Y'all know what it is when you see it. You got to know how to use and what to use, what you need. So, I kind of would do this, which I would do a free spray by an actual brand that's not sold in the store. But if I'm going in the hair store, I would pick this up because it got a place of scent. It's not as strong as and hard as pump it up. They like, dang, everybody's pump it up. No, I like some stuff that smell good, like stuff that smell good. But with the foam that I'm talking about, I normally use Nairobi. I don't know where it's at right now, but you put that foam on these strips. It's like a lifesaver. This also helps with the flyaways. Before you get to the whole, because I do the strips, I'll let it sit. A lot of people don't like the dryer. So this is stuff you can do in the chair, one-on-one with your clients. This stuff, I don't know how y'all rolling it back right now, but it's just, a quick set, and then you can take a blow dryer. Where's my blow dryer? I showed the blow dryers. Hold on. Hold on, because this is important. I showed this earlier though, but this is a concentrator. So even once you done foam them, wrap them, you blow dry them, and this is just helping with the finished look. Then you can take that. You can take this, which is not too harsh, if you need to hit it a little bit more, and concentrate in on sealing out your braid. I mean, you can hit it all the way to the end because even when you dip the end of the hair, of course, this would be braided or, rodded, which I shared that earlier. You can still take that blow dryer and concentrate in, and it just, everything is adding to that finished look because that's how you go. That's your money maker. How it ultimately look before you're ready to before you get ready to pass them that mirror. So I just wanted to kind of share that real quick before. Oh, let me go ahead and demo this. Demo. Uh, um, a crochet. Yes, I can demo a crochet. What is my crochet needle? Good me. So this is some old Marley hair. This is some old Marley hair. Which I can demo a twist. I'm gonna just go ahead and demo a twist real quick. 2-string twist. Since I got this a piece. I section it off in twos. Twists are done in twos. I know they got another twist. I'm not using 3 strings, but when I think of 3 strings, that's a braid. So what I'm doing is twisting this hair. Everybody do not like their 2-string twist because kinky twist, passion twist, those twists are in as well. Everybody do not like their twist to start off with a braid, even though some people get the spring twist and they don't mind it being with a braid. But I ain't gonna lie, when I used to wear mine, I didn't want that braid. I wanted a whole twist from the roots. I knew what I wanted. So you want to know the technique to be able to give these people the look that they want. I got 2 sections. The extension was already in 2 sections, which I should have. This is an advanced twist. I will tell you that. It's a twist. I'm taking the left strand and the right strand, and they're both being twisted to the left. And then I'm going to take my left strand over my right strand. I'm so sorry because I'm so left-handed. And even while I'm going down, I'm twisting as I'm crossing over the twist. This concept is for kinky twists as well. Depending on which hair you use, that's what kind of switch up the look. So. Big twists are in too, so it's whatever client want. I did 2 strands. I did 2 strands of hair with this instead of 1, just so I kind of see what's going on. This can be done using you can use edge control or you can use the jam. The jam gonna give you that more smoother glide. Sometimes the edge control, depending on who it is, it can be stiff. It don't really give you that glide action. So this is basically a rope twist. Now let me tell you, this rope twist technique is a popular technique for locks. It's a popular technique for the locks. What a lot of people are wanting to wear for their locks. So if you notice, then this goes into styling locks. Do y'all have any questions? Am I in the view of the camera enough? Am I explaining it enough? I'm about to do this feed in over here. So this is our section. I'm gonna use the lines for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna work this hair down. How many pieces do I want this hair to be? I'm gonna half it. I'm gonna make about 5 pieces because I'm about to turn this piece into 3 pieces and then this piece into 2 pieces. So, which is what I'm about to do. And this is 2 halves. We talked about 1 piece and made 5 pieces. I just like for my first piece to be kind of small. Then some people do that feed in without the knot, meaning they don't start with the weave, and some people do. What I'm about to do, I'm gonna wishbone this here. Since we're talking technique, I'm gonna split it in 3, and then I'm gonna grab 2, and then I'm gonna just start like that. Don't ever rush the top of your the insert of your braid because you don't want it to slip. So I'm gonna do 2 plaits as I prepare to do my cornrow. I thought that was 2. I'm inserting just like I was demonstrating on the other side. In that middle, taking the right strand under the middle, and then that left strand going into that middle strand as well. I'm inserting again, This is my third strand. Third strand out of 5. You got to detangle that hair, do so. I'm adding the 4th strand. I don't know. You see me? Yeah. And I'm about to go ahead and add it in that 5th strand. Which insert, and you insert, and I already done told you I anchor it. So I slide it right on into that middle. I am too mad. It's like I cannot see. There's a braid like that. That was 5 pieces, but each piece is gonna allow the braid to grow. Like I'm going with the section that I, sectioned off. The more I add, the more this braid will get fatter. Which I'm gonna add more. I'm listening just so y'all can see it grow. So I got another piece. And see, like these pieces is about to be bigger than the first 5 pieces. Watch this. I'm gonna take this out, like right here, and I'm about to add it. Three strands in my head. Hand is already sectioned out. Taking that anchor piece in the middle, and I'm just going on about my business. It should be undetectable. It still should be undetectable. I just insert it right on in. Keep control of your braid. And I'm inserting it on the one going down. After one plate. I did that so y'all can see the transition and the growth as you add the pieces. So the effect of the feed in. Which this method can be done, and it's popular even with the tribal look. Some people want the feeding technique versus just the regular cornrow. So tribal braids, those are big ticket, good to braids as well. Let me bend down here to see what is going on with this braid. I'm fighting with this because I need to clip on it. Hey, Mazara. Got another. Well, how can I? It wouldn't let me add them. Can you hear me? Let me deep. Y'all is up tonight, honey. It do not take me this long to get down. This is just because I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. You came for anything in particular, Mazaria?
What you said?
I was saying, are you Brittany's baby? I said, did you come to learn anything particular tonight? Hey,
Hello.
do you already know how to braid?
Yes, I know how to braid, but I don't know how to scalp braid or braid with weave.
You don't know. Okay. Did you get a chance to look at the video class from this morning?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we're gonna keep running through this session, but it's another video that's gonna be available for the beginning, concepts of the scalp braid. We did that this morning too, okay?
Okay.
So just hang around. You can hang around if it ain't, if you ain't tired. I know y'all be hanging late now. Okay, so I don't know why I break it all the way down there. But that was like the feed in technique. So you see the transition. That's what the feed in. It just transitioned into a bigger braid, but it's still going to be to what the client is looking for. You still need to pay attention to the density, the parting. Of course, this part don't have to be this wide for the feed in necessarily at the beginning of the braid, but it growed out. Now I'm going to demonstrate. Are y'all anybody doing crochet? Hey Ashley, is anybody doing crochet? Because I'll do a crochet. I'll do I'll do like a couple crochets and then I'll do a single crochet technique as well. What I'm showing is just like a lot of yes. Yes, what do you do with the braids at the back? Which braids at the back? Oh Lord, look at me! I'm pulling out this. I'm working on this wig, and I did not finish. And y'all know that's booming too. Like braided wigs. I just it's the closure part I didn't finish for the crochets. Oh, okay. So Ashley is asking, what do we do for the braids in the back of the crochet? I gotta fix that wig. So say for instance, these were the braids that was in the back of the I braid straight back. Okay, sometimes you can braid straight back for the sometimes you can braid straight back for the braids with the crochets. But I wasn't a good, I'm using me for example. I wasn't a good candidate for all my crochet braids going to the back, like how they braiding back for the wigs or whatever like that, because my edges was like we got thin edges in my family, so I needed the anchor braid. I always needed the anchor braid, and then you could either do a beehive going around. Some people start their beehive right here at the nape, but I like the even if I start in the back, I'll hook like I'll take my braid and have a little curve in it, so that way even that braid is not pulling on the side of that client's nape line. I kind of take it and curve it out like that, so that way when I come back around in that circle, it has that second braid kind of crossing over that point of where I hook that C to begin to go in a beehive. So that's one technique. Then if you just say if you got somebody that's want they want their crochets to look like it's coming out their scalp with the cornrow, and that means all cornrows at this point going back, then you can take these braids from old class. But you can take, for example, this braid. Let me lift it up if you can't see. You would take this braid, and this is just saying these braids was coming from the front temple down to the back nape. You would take this braid and you could connect it into this braid. Meaning if this braid wasn't here and you was getting ready to braid down, as you get up in this area, you would lift this braid. Don't pull too tight. Just snatch and bump up the nape of this client's hair. You add it in, and then as you add it in, then it goes in and it makes its own. It'll make its own connecting factor. So you'll see it kind of do a down, then that, and then it's going into this. So you're getting rid of that extra hair. You braid the second braid down, doing the same thing. The first braid is already secured into the second braid, and you take the second braid and you lift it into the third braid. You're still working with one braid, like one piece, because it's connected into the next piece. And everybody gonna have their own rhythm, their own flow. Some people would do that all the way over, and some people, which I do it side to side. So therefore, my last braid could be in the middle, and you can take that crochet hook. Okay. Excuse me. What you doing over there, son? Let's see, do I got a crochet needle? Okay, I don't see no crochet needle. So you would take that, even if everything came side to side, or whether you went all the way over, you would take that last braid. Look, I ain't got nothing braided all the way down, but I'm gonna just give y'all an example. I'm gonna break this down. Act like the bottom. Act like it's where the gold one at. I'm back. Y'all down the ride. Y'all down the ride. The whole computer cut off, child. Okay. Sorry about that. And I did not go on. Hey, laptop died. Girl, that's what I'm talking about, Regina. Oh, appreciate that. Y'all is the truth. Man, I can trap out with y'all anytime. Y'all don't get me lit now. Y'all know it's my birthday. Okay. All right. So back where we left off, this was act as if this is at the nape, okay? Thank you to Ashley. And act as if we brought each piece in piece by piece until we created one piece. Hopefully the piece ain't this thick, of course. So what we would do with this final piece, because again, this is crochet. So you're gonna take your crochet needle and you're gonna let that crochet needle conceal this piece. You can go side to side like a zigzag, basically, or whatever, because you're just trying to make sure this piece is concealed. Now, all the other braids are coming, from the front direction, but it don't matter which direction it's coming from. You can do what you need to do to conceal this piece. Now you can continue to go up, like I can go up concealing it. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do after this one is just go right on back down. Kind of hook on a piece of hair. You want, and that's one thing with the crochet. You want to be mindful that you don't let this latch hook. Latch hook. It's saying my UI isn't responding. As long as y'all can still hear me, over here. Um, 2% full until. I don't know what that thing's talking about. But either way, as long as y'all don't let this latch hook get be sticking people's scalps and pulling on their hair, you gotta pay attention to that. I will say that. Because that's why a lot of people they done had a painful experience with crochets or the inexperienced braider just stabbing their head, and that's not safe. So I'm just making it do it. If you feel resistance, just start over. Make sure the hook closed there. It should be smooth. I could leave this little piece out because when I get ready to crochet, it's gonna conceal itself anyway. So at that point, it would be all hair would be up, and you could some people wait to oil the client's scalp at the end, so that way all that oiling ain't slipping through your needle with your piece of crochet hair. And it's preference as well. So since we talking all about the crochet, I'm gonna do a demo real quick. This little piece of crochet got a little loop. Take that. I would typically start bottom up. It depends on how I feel. I'll go from the back doing like a brick lay as well. And then I go back in and fill my hair in. Because one thing people don't want, like this big hair on purpose. But everybody do not want their crochets to kind of look like a mop. So you got to know how to flow, insert that hair in using like a brick lay technique, especially all up in this area. And depending on like if they want a bob or something like that, you don't have to do a lot of hair in this back. So if a person wanted a bob look, for their crochets, which is a cute style, like you could the more curlier ones sometimes, and I done did it. They invert their look in the back, but they don't want all that bulkiness. That's why I'm suggesting the brick lay when you go in, because once you put the hair in, then you can fill in, where you need to fill in the other hair at, versus just putting a bunch of hair in one section, then you running out of hair, and then you adding like just too much crochet in people's head, and now they're looking like a mop, and that's not gonna fly. They don't want that look. So just pay attention to that. I would start normally from the back, and my focus, just think that if this was in the front, I always make sure I crochet that, which will give me the stability and the strength to still come in and bring a crochet right there. If y'all paying attention, this is like a braid that was already in this head. So this is what I'm saying. If this was all the way to the temple, if this cornrow started in the front of the head, I always game plan out my finish, because I need the front of that hair to be full. So I will crochet a piece right here. Right here on purpose. And I'm just thinking like what I used to do with my own hair, just having those thin edges. Oh my God. I had to game plan out stuff. And then, you have people that got thin edges, but nobody don't want that crochet starting back there. No, that's you trying to, play me now. Cause they expecting you to know how to make it make sense as the braider. It don't matter if you a little child, they might be a little lenient, but when you trying to get that money, when people like, I want to be hooked up. So you want to make sure that you can have their front right. So now this crochet is setting me up for a sturdy base. That braid ain't all the way right there, but that crochet done set me up to make sure this is secure. And that's why I like to go kind of from back to the front, because it leads up to my finish. It'll lead up to my finish, which will give, me the look that I want. So that just kind of need one loop. Some people do double loop, and I'll show y'all that real quick. So that was just one loop. Some people do the double loop, which is done like this. All I'm doing is about to loop it through with my fingers. I didn't need the needle. And it's like extra security. Extra security. Now, of course, it lifted up a little bit from the extra loop. It ain't down like that, but so that's 2 ways to do that crochet. What else y'all got? Look at her. Yeah, you took me in my lane, girl. That's them crochets. I was doing crochets since I was 12. And crochets, you can easily make $50. You can easily make $50 doing crochet because you got to braid it down. If you shampooing or whatever, some states have deregulated shampooing, and they don't have to necessarily be a shampoo assistant or anything like that. They letting the braiders braid. In South Carolina, they got the law on the table, but you know how that goes. A lot of people saying come already shampooed, which is respectable, but a lot of clients, they want their hair shampooed. I was told, even when I went to cosmetology school, which I did not finish cosmetology school, but one of the instructors was like, that is the foundation of the style. So I don't know where you're at in your braiding career. I don't know what you're desiring to do. I don't know if you might need to get a barber assistant license, or, if they pass the bill in South Carolina to deregulate it as well, because they done passed that bill in Texas and a few other states. So therefore, they let the braiders do pretty much what they need to do. And it's your job to know what the rules, the regulations, and the laws are. But I personally made it my business to do what I need to do to be able to service the clients that was paying me, whether it was already included, whether I had to add it on, whatever I needed to do, because I needed my ticket to be bigger than me minimizing my opportunity of, securing the bag. I needed to maximize that chair. That's another reason why I'm doing these classes, because the chair don't have a chain on me. The chair don't hold me. I knew that chair, yes, it provided Pampers, wipes, paid my bills, allowed me to meet amazing people, but I can't stay behind this chair forever. So while y'all learning these techniques, get the money, people willing to pay. We in a pandemic. You already up close and personal with people. You are, exposing yourself to being within that 6 feet social distance. So I need to make sure that when we come into each other's space, that it's on purpose. That is of value. It's things that people are sharing with us, while they're sitting in that chair that they may have never shared and expressed with other people. Let's be real. So it's not just an exchange of service. It's an opportunity to serve, and it's a fair exchange because somebody's willing to pay you. Somebody's willing to pay you. I don't know if you're trying to build your brand. I don't know if you're just still looking at this as a side hustle, but braiding is booming. It's not going nowhere. The reason I'm glad that I'm doing a braiding class is because it allows us to really continue to embrace our culture. I didn't go into the whole braid manual and the things that I got in there, but if you're not proud as a Black woman, if you ain't proud of your 4C hair, you need to own all of that. When that client with the 4C, extra curly, light curly, dry, whatever, when they sit in your chair, they should feel and know that they are somebody. Your service should make them feel good from the inside out, because these people are taking their money. A lot of people still got hard-earned money. A lot of people coming through balling off the PPP money, whatever it is. But when they sit in your chair, they should feel a difference when they get out, because it's really bigger than hair. It's really bigger than hair. This is just the beginning. Yeah, y'all learning techniques, but while y'all learn these techniques, you better, be positioning yourself for your next. Because I started as a little 12-year-old braider. My mama could braid. My mama smoked crack for 20 years, 20 whole years. My auntie could braid, but I started braiding because my auntie was braiding my hair too tight. My braids looked good, but I'm like, I done had enough of you. Not knowing that this gives of me beginning to braid my own hair from the 5th grade, but I don't count those years. I count 7th grade. 7th grade was when I was making money. I was making $50. That was my canteen money. That was my shoe money. I ain't had to ask my grandma for nothing. Nah. So that's why children can take this class. That's why I'm glad that Gracie got Be Brave Academy. She works and loves to work with children as well too. And I thank God, we done had a privilege and got privileges to work together and respect each other as women. But that's what Braid was all about. It's supposed to be a relationship, build bonds. Yeah, the money is there. So your braids don't have to look like the next person braids. You ain't got to steal nobody clients, because I don't watch people even in business. They not the best. Like, honestly, if we talking skill technique, y'all need to get with Gracie on like best, like that. Her braids, she can braid with her eyes closed. And but it's like them people like how we make them feel. And each one of us is gonna allow them to, yes, Be Brave Academy. Okay. They like how we make them feel. I mean, it's simple as that. That is really what they love. And you need to make sure you bring in your true self, or not a lot of that, all that extra. And them people coming to be relieved of their stress. That's where that shampoo come in at. Sometimes we don't understand the meaning of a thing, but it's bigger than a shampoo. When I think about when I'm shampooing their hair, I mean, I ain't gonna act like I ain't do, we do what we gotta do when we grind it. But I'm like, when I got an opportunity to become a apprentice on the job training, as a master barber stylist, when I'm shampooing these people here, I'm shampooing all their drama, they stress right on down the drain, relieving it so they can have a fresh start, reset from my chair. So I don't know, again, where you at in your career, what you're trying to do. I have positioned myself, as a business and life coach. So I don't know, even from this session tonight, if y'all need a session, a strategy session, a game plan, wherever you at, where you trying to go, you probably wasn't even thinking about where you trying to go. You just like, I got some clients lined up this weekend, tomorrow, next week, and I'm just trying to be booked and busy. But even, I remember when my son was 1, I really was glad that I had an opportunity to become doing more master styling than braiding, because I remember when my fingers would lock up. When my fingers would lock up to the point I would begin like asking the Lord, don't let him, don't let me get carpal tunnel and things like that. He honored that. I thank him for that. But this is an strenuous line of work, braiding. So you want to be intentional about every client you serve, every connection you make. What are you trying to do with your gift? Because your gift, it will make room for you. Do anybody got any questions? And even around that time in the 12th grade, what's so crazy, I was teaching my other people from the hood in the neighborhood. I was showing them how to braid, but I didn't even, feel. They brought that back to my remembrance these last few years. And I was just doing what I was doing. I didn't feel qualified even in these last few years as a teacher. I didn't look at myself as a teacher in a sense. I just share what I know. And none of us really know everything, but if you got something worth sharing, why not, do it. And that's why I thank y'all for giving me this privilege to do this class this weekend of my birthday. It was yesterday. So I was trying to figure out a way that I can, give back. And if you didn't catch the live earlier, I said I do got 2 manuals. I got some budget worksheets. I got some gift bags for y'all as well, for participating. And I got the courses that I did see, say if y'all need to listen on the replay. I got the credit course, a few other things, because that stylist and braiders, it honestly, this like dope boy money in a sense, thank you. We make that money, but we don't know how to do with it. We have so much cash flowing through our hands or here in our bank account. And if we're not financially literate, we don't know what to do with it, then we find ourselves stuck, in certain ruts. And we don't have time for that. And if I can do anything to serve y'all and help y'all with what I've experienced personally and what I know and what I've overcome, then I want to help you, regardless of what age. If you can grab it, you can understand it, then take it and run with it. I told the session earlier If y'all go on my website, the iamtiffany.org, and fill out the contact form, because I personally was writing your name and number down. If y'all fill out that contact form, of course, it's no hidden fee or nothing like that. It's just your name, your phone number, your email, and you can put in a note, that you took this braiding class. I'll be able to mail out the gifts that I planned to give y'all. From day one, it was already what I wanted to do, so I'll be able to mail it out as I get y'all address, and you can pick. What would you like? You might be like, shoot, I'm in here for this braid course, but I was thinking about working on my credit. So I got a course that just shows you everything. You can do it, save the money. You can refer back to it, and you can start helping other people, with this information that I'm going to, share to those that want it. So just let me know. This was like an hour class. We had like an hour and 25 minutes. For those that don't know, I will be launching the actual trainings. The trainings that I do have, I already posted a flyer in the group. But those come with kits. And what I'm doing with my partners that's in other places, for those that need to, meet, just let me know, and I'll work that out, because a lot of people do like to learn in person. So I do understand that, but listen, whoever can rock and roll, online, then we rocking and rolling. If that's all, any questions? Anybody got any questions? Even when we end the live, if you got questions, just drop them in the comment section, or book your session. Hey, Nadia. I know some of y'all kind of came in a little late, so y'all can catch it on the replay. We went over the braid with just a regular cornrow with weave. We went over a regular plaits, a box braid type plait, a knotless braid plait, using the one plait insert technique. Then we did the two plait insert technique, which Gracie had suggested, and then we did cause she a beast, like, oh my goodness. And then we did this rope twist. We did that. What we covered, I'm just letting y'all know. And then we talked about crochet, and we did a feed in. So everything that you've learned today, and I went into finishing tips as well. Everything that you have learned tonight got the capability of you. Yes. So with the nail class, when you're not licensed, what state are you in? Because, okay, if y'all need licensing assistance, let me know. I'm from South Carolina, so I know that more, but I'm here in Texas, and I'm learning that. But whatever state you in, I'll look it up. Okay, so whatever, yeah, I'll look it up for you. But I think it's 25. Yeah. So we're in the same city right now, Ashley. So we can set something up. And we can figure out how to get you licensed. I think I got y'all name is, ours is just a hair braider's license in South Carolina, but it's another name here. So I don't want to say it, because y'all got a hair weaver license, and then y'all got a hair braider, I think, but I'm gonna just double check. So get with me. Matter of fact, go to the website, y'all, the iamtiffany.org. Okay, this is a part of business. I created the website so I can make sure that I can keep up with the incoming traffic and know what we're talking about. So if you go there, fill out the contact form. When you hit the 3 lines, at the bottom it says contact us. So, write your name, your number, your email. Say I was in the braiding class. I'm here in Dallas, Texas. Matter of fact, put your address in there, because I need to mail you your stuff, or you can, I can mail it as well. And then we can set you up a session to see where you at, because business foundation, the formulation, like the structural part of business formation, that's what I'm good at. Getting women on the track to, getting a business started, because I am a business and life coach. One thing I will say, again, I'm sorry for the delay, but the women that I met, because I had a meeting, it ran over, to God be the glory, and it was some people in the room that could even help me more with helping the women that may need something. As you're growing in business, there's different things that we need. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm making the right connections and put the right people in place, so that way when y'all need certain vendors or certain people or certain things, I can bring that answer or make that connection and move on out the way. So yeah, if y'all could go to the website, insert your information on the contact page so we can stay connected. Because what I'm gonna want to do, even with the nail class that I'm about to have coming up, and that could be one-on-one. I was thinking of doing that class for $257, just a training, an introductory training. I'm not a nail stylist by like trade. I am a master instructor. So what I did with my time during COVID, whether it matter or anybody, I took the time that I had, and I was grateful to be able to be at home with my children and take certain classes that I did not have time to take because of the demand for all the clientele, for my hair clientele. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to get from behind this chair. So I was able to take a class just to make sure, and I did my own nails. So just so y'all know, like, I did my own nails. I done got complimented on them. These my birthday, my birthday set. It was my little birthday set. Did my own nails, been saving money. When I go to the nail shop, it's if I want to. I did my nails and my toes. So I'm like, I'm going to create a course, affordable. I took a class and I paid $600 for my class. So I said I'll do a $257. That's fair, because again, that's foundational work. Once I get you going, get you knowing, what to do, then wherever you at, you can rock out with that. These classes will be certified classes, because again, I appreciate that. So let me know, hey, if y'all are interested in any class, this is what I want to tell y'all. Because y'all invested in yourself and y'all did this with me for my birthday, y'all get 10% off of any class that you pick. Like, even if you pick a session or whatever, I mean, we can do I'm gonna call you anyway when you fill out that contact form. I'm gonna call you. So from there, child, it be whatever. It ain't all about the money with me. So from there, whatever you feel like you need or want, you will get 10% off of that particular whatever you want to do. Because and it could be whatever price. Your 10% could save you whatever you pick. Okay. For those that don't know. Also, I will say this before we get off. I am an author as well. So I don't know. Hey, you might be trying to write a book. You might be trying to do some stuff. I got a new awesome pastor. She's helping me, do some stuff. So as I'm getting poured into, like I'm telling you, I don't know what y'all need, but I'm here to aid and assist in any fashion or form. So that is why I make sure I got my life coaching, certification, because it's a lot come with building this business. It's a lot come with it. People are a lot. We already a lot of times have our own thing going on, but everybody, feel like, when you look good, you feel good, but you really want to begin to feel good and, and look good and be good. So, and it comes in layers. So wherever you at, I just want to encourage you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, girl. We gotta meet, Ashley. So I thank everybody. I'm super greasy. I'm about to roll out. Like I'm on. Oh, if y'all could follow Dynamic Hair Designs Barber Academy on Facebook and IG. Well, IG is DHD Barber Academy because it was 20 words. I appreciate that. Y'all can follow back. I'll follow y'all, back. If you're building out your brand or whatever. You on IG too, Gracie? Let me know. Because I don't know if you on IG. I wonder. I want to just make sure I'm following you. Gracie Denise Braid Artistry LLC. Is that on IG or Facebook? So IG Gracie Denise Braid Artistry LLC. Yes, I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember. Okay. Yep. I remember when you birthed it. I remember when you hit me up and said you got it done. So, um, I will tell you this: the LLC prices is not the same state to state. They're not the same state to state. I got some business information in the manual. You gonna want to legalize your business, okay? You gonna want to legalize your business. Girl, this state's LLC is $300. Texas LLC is $300, and we can go into that conversation at another time. Um, South Carolina is what 110 plus whatever else they make us pay, so you end up paying like one something. But if this is the best time, get your business rolling. Don't just be hustling. Get your business going. So I ain't even gonna go into that because that'll be a whole nother business owner versus the hustler. Now each a real business owner, got that hustle in them. But listen, you want to conduct yourself as that business owner because the mindset and the grind is different. The mindset and the grind is different. This is one thing that I know when I was in that season and God was giving me that word. A hustler, they never stop hustling. They never really they don't stop, and most hustlers don't leave nothing to their kids because all they do is hustle. You know, business owners they create legacy and things like that. Um, you need help with a tagline or a catchphrase. For Denise, for Gracie Denise Brave Artistry LLC or Be Brave Academy or both. And put that in our group. Put that in our group so I don't forget that because we can do a session as well from this like Impact Empire at Night. Thank you for taking the time to be able to teach us and giving us knowledge, especially on the holiday weekend, your birthday. We are very grateful. You said some things that motivate me. I need that. You are welcome. And y'all don't forget to fill out. If somebody could type in iamtiffany.org for me. So let me tell you though, Gracie, it was not easy getting those three little words together for me, like that Empire Impact Ignite. Girl, I don't know where I was. I don't even know. I think when that happened, which was last year, I was in one of those places, when you could just be flowing, sharing or whatever. And I was like, I already had the I Am Tiffany, but I didn't have the Empire Impact Ignite. And I was talking, and then it just hit me. It hit me, and I wrote it down. I didn't let it, I didn't let that go. I did not let that go. And when I kept saying it, and even the more I hurried up and move on it. And I was like, empower. Oh, yeah, empowerment. Yeah. Because women empowerment, that's what I already do. Impact. I was thinking about the kids. And ignite, I was thinking about fire. That's how I ended up with the word ignite. So what that catchphrase gonna do, that right there, what you need to do is just dig deeper. When we dig more into ourselves, then it's a thing that you bring. It's a essence. It's a thing that it brings. Gracie Denise Braid Artistry, it brings something. But I can't think of your something right now, even right off the blue, because I'm gonna be.
I was coming up with like a Gracie Golden Touch, but that ain't it. That ain't it.
What is it about golden and touch that made you say that on?
Like my styles, you know what I mean? They queens, so it's like I I don't know. It's like when I touch their head, it's just, it's like that.
A touch of grace. Um,
Yeah, I like that.
a touch of grace. Um, cause it
Now
be like the
I know
words
you
be there.
tired now, so we ain't.
I know. But even with these two, when you just said what you said, and then I said a touch of grace, write those down. Cause you can
Mhm.
take a notepad and play with those words.
Yeah.
And you can be looking at them and then God give it to you. And when you
Mhm.
feel it, that's it. Like I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
this it. This it. Like if I don't never switch my words to nothing else. Oh, Empire
Mhm.
Impact Ignite.
Right.
So it don't matter what where they call me at. It don't matter if
Mhm.
I'm actually doing a braid class. It don't matter if I'm in the house of God. It don't matter if I'm in the park. Oh, I
Right.
am Tiffany Empire Impact Ignite.
That's right.
And it
That's
ain't,
good.
and I love it because it's not too, churchy or whatever. But you gonna get what God done put in me. Went
Yeah.
over my mouth.
Oh
So
yeah.
I liked it how he just did that. But it didn't come overnight. I was like, what am I? What's my thing?
Right.
And it's
Mhm.
3 words. You see, it's so extra. I am so
It's
extra. But
good. It's good.
yes, and even with my I intentionally made my I small. Because no, I'm
Mhm.
talking about me. I
Mhm.
am Tiffany. And my T
Mhm.
is capitalized because
Yeah.
it's my name.
That makes sense.
But I'm not the I am because a lot of people do I am and their I ams are big eyes. But no,
Yeah.
the
That's
I am
good.
is the big I, and I'm big in his. I'm me in his eye,
Mhm.
but my
Mhm.
Tiffany, yeah. But my I, I'm talking
Yeah.
about me because I'm letting you know who I am humbly, letting you know who I
That's
am. And this is
good
what
because
I
I
do.
did wonder why was the I lowercase.
Yeah, and I know, and that's probably a lot of people might even ask me that. They might think it, but that's a conversation starter, and I
Right.
intentionally did that. Like even when people make my eye big, I'm like, no, make my eye
Yeah.
little. Thank
That
you,
makes sense.
but I'm still confident in who I am.
Mhm. That makes
Um,
sense though.
yep. So,
Mhm.
yeah, y'all. So if y'all trying to, do some stuff like that, we can definitely set that up. It's getting, late, but I'm down for it. And that can happen in this group. Like utilize the group. I know everybody be busy and stuff like that, but y'all can utilize the group to share updates and different things like that. I be super duper busy, but I created the community because y'all can, collaborate and grow and share things together. It's a lot of drama be going on. So if you went somewhere with like-minded individuals, listen, get with it. Don't just be like, oh well, the night is over and then that's it. No, this community is here. These videos, they're here. I'm here, of course. So, and if everybody has been served, then I'm about to, get set up for the bid. Wind on down. And again, I appreciate y'all. I am Tiffany, Empower Impact Ignite. One of the other things that we are doing is reclaiming our pearls. I do have that International Women Group. So if you are on Facebook, you're free to join that group. That's a women empowerment group. A lot of what I do is centered around empowering women. I'm a mother of 3 sons. So if you want to go there, then you're more than welcome to join. But again, thank you all so much. We're about to get on up off of here. Talk to y'all later. Be blessed. Good night.